I love printing. I love printing. I love it. I love printing.
I am so honored and so happy and so excited to have Sheri Robertson here that I even put on my special fish shirt. But I don't wear that often. Actually, I only wear this shirt when I'm on a fishing trip, maybe once a year, because nobody wants to see me in it ever. But it is a fine quality shirt. And Sheri is VP Awesome, love the title, at Ace Designs. So before I get into anything that I'm going to get into, I'm going to give you basically as long as you want, because you're awesome, to just give us a lowdown of what your company does.
Sure.
Okay, that's enough. We've heard enough. Thank you. I'm kidding. Let's go.
This is why all these women give you so much crap for cutting them all.
Hey, not all of them, only some.
Just kidding.
Just kidding.
So yeah, our company is essentially a grand format print shop. We sort of became a print shop. We were a display company for retail, and that sort of led into print. Print led into more print, and now we are mostly a print shop. We service primarily retail, hospitality. So yeah, COVID has been awesome for us. We've done a lot. We've, like everyone, we've kind of had to suffer through and make transition, but we're gonna weather the storm and come out the other side stronger with better, innovation and efficiency. So we've looked at this as like a way to kind of, reset ourselves and figure out, who do I want to be when I grow up? And that's sort of where we're at right now.
I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do when I grow up.
Aren't we all?
Well,
I wanted to be awesome. So
I hope there's more people. I hope there's more people like us still trying to figure out what they're going to do when they grow up. I've only met you the beginning of COVID, right? So I would say right away that if I had to reflect on COVID, wasn't so bad. I met you.
Oh, right? So nice.
and well, I'm a nice guy, but so since we've met and we've got to know each other a little from a distance, of course, because we got a social distance from, especially we're in different countries, I came up with 5 things that I thought described you.
Great.
And not in any particular order, or not describe you, 5 things about you. Right. Great. But not in any particular order. So I thought I would start off with them, and then we can go wherever you want to go after if you don't hang up on me. But so one thing that really, really struck me is that you, like me, love print, right? Which 100%. I get so excited in general about print. And then when I meet another person like me, it's like, did we have mothers somewhere that we don't know and let us go somewhere? Right. The other thing is that you are so dedicated to your customers and the service that they get. Right. So far, we're 2 for 2 in the same. 2 for 2. The creative side of you is off the charts with everything that you come up with and everything you want to do in print and to promote print. Now we're 3 for 3. Right. Because I'm telling you, I think, no, it's pretty cool. And then just maybe it's 4 things, because 2 and 3 are maybe the same. And the 4th one, and we'll call it the last because I don't want to be redundant, is you are a lover of bourbon.
I am.
So this is where we differ a little, because I'm a vodka tequila guy. But what I would propose is when this pandemic is over, we get together and you teach me about bourbon and I'll teach you about vodka and tequila.
So you can teach me about vodka, but I actually know a lot about tequila. I drink a really nice añejo that I bring back from Mexico. So tequila, I got down.
Okay, so then we'll do with tequila. We'll share war stories.
Perfect.
So, I'm a Don Julio guy,
okay.
But I'm also known to drink anything that's put in front of me. I've even had the worm on a couple occasions. Not recommended, but those were in like the old days. So getting back to print, I have to ask you, how did you get into print? Because from what I know, from what you mentioned before, you were like in the money world or the mortgages or something like that. And print. So I really want to know how did you get into print? What turned you on? What got you so excited? Because part of my mission as I go forward in the business is I want to figure out how to promote our industry more to people and get them as excited as me and you are.
Sure. So it sort of all happened by accident. I was in the mortgage industry and everything I knew, and kind of my background was in finance. And it was when the subprime bubble popped. That was my life. I lived that life. And when it happened, I kind of was like, okay, I didn't really like that job. I just really love money. So when I
decided to go into printing.
Yeah, which was not about money. Right.
Exactly.
But the valuable lesson that I learned was that money only buys what money buys. And it can't buy you fulfillment, it can't buy you creativity, and it can't buy you impact. It can't give you all of those intangibles that for me really mattered a lot more than the money. So I went to work for a company, the company I still work for, Ace Designs, and it sort of happened by accident. It was 8 minutes from my house. I had been previously commuting about an hour to my job, and they were looking for an outside salesperson, and the company owned one roll stock Epson printer. And they were essentially a retail display company. They did picture framing and cutout lettering and signage and things like that. And when I came on board and I saw the printing, and then I started going to print shows, and I was like, oh my God, we could be doing a million other things. Like that was about 12 and a half years ago. So
wow.
I've followed the tech, and we've invested in millions of dollars of equipment since then. And I think that for me, I freely admit, like, I am a wide format digital printer. That is my passion. That is what I love. I do not know about that offset world and litho, and they have their own passion, and I value that. But if you want to talk wide format and you want to talk about digital, that is my bread and butter. I have been to just about every manufacturer. I have tried to break just about every machine. That is always my mission. For us as a company, the thing that makes me love it is that I do work for a company that will grant me the opportunity to try to break our equipment, and not everybody has that luxury. But we sit back and we say, oh, can you print on this? Oh no, you can't print on that. Nope, can't do that one. That won't work. But we try it. And I think that ability to kind of go out to market, and we create some kind of unique things. And I love doing it because my background and my degree is actually in marketing and consumer behavior. So I always look at, like, how can I make somebody stop and want to look at the product? That's all I care about. Is like, and print does that. I mean, nothing will grab your eye like really, really well done print. Nothing will get a customer to stop and buy the way that something that's displayed in the right printed piece will get people to stop and want to touch it and want to pick it up and want to take it home with them, right? Like, that's what we do. So that's kind of why I love it. I've been very, very fortunate because I do work for a company that, as a female in the industry, I have been very, very fortunate because every person who has been around me has helped build me up. I've not gotten tons of backlash, and like, my experience has been very much about, like, oh, you want to try that? Yeah, let's try it. No one's ever kind of tried to hold back any of the wacky stuff I wanted to do, even though the operators sometimes cringe when they see me because they know I'm going to come up with some crazy ass thing that, like, we probably shouldn't be doing that. But I think, that's what makes it fun.
Well, not only that, that's what sets you apart.
Hopefully,
because if
right?
well, in every way, but if everyone's just doing the same stuff and no one's ever trying, then all people are doing is just going to quote on something that's already quoted, and then they don't have a solution or an idea to walk in. I think first of all, I will tell you that I'm sitting on my hands right now, and I'm biting my tongue because as you were talking, I wanted to be courteous and let you finish talking, because as I mature, that's one of the things I'm working on, to let people finish. And not to jump in. And the reason I wanted to jump in is you get me so bloody excited when you're talking that I was like, oh my God, this is for sure my sister, and I want to go into business with you. Because out of all the calls I've done, you're the most exciting, or the person who gets the most excited about it, and you're not even the owner. If all the owners that are watching this and know that I'm going to talk to them one day, my suggestion to them is you better get damn excited, because if you're not, your employees are not going to be. So the other question I would have for you is, and I don't know the owner of your company, but has he made you a partner yet?
No, I am.
Is he going to?
I don't really have any interest in ownership stake.
It's not about you. It's about him wanting to make sure that his future is secured by
Oh,
having you locked in.
he has me on lockdown. No one else is ever going to put up with me like he does. He's spoiled me rotten. I say all the time,
Okay.
no one else could ever put up with me and all my nonsense. Who else is going to put up with somebody that comes in reindeer ears and crazy ass Halloween costumes every day and tries to run the business?
Okay, so it's not so this would be a case where it's not even what he's paying you, it's that he's putting up with you and he lets you do all your stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
Awesome.
I think there's definitely, you know, like I said, he rolls with a lot of my crazy ideas. You know, like
Yeah.
I know a lot of companies where I could say like, hey, I'm 100% sure I can sell this thermoformable ink, and we need to buy this, you know, we need to buy this Vutec machine because it's the only technology that has it. Oh, only like 5 people in the country have it, but we're going to get it. I know a lot of people that be like, yeah, that's never going to be a thing. We're never doing it.
But hang on one sec. Imagine what you just said, though. You just said to the boss, there's only 5 people in the country. If I worked for a guy, girl, owner, where I came in as a sales rep, and me like you, I am like sales driven and never want to hear no. And a person says no, it's like, okay, I'm out of here, because what you want to do is you want to take that opportunity where there's only 5 people in the country and be the 6th. Because if you could be the 6th and market it properly, like we both know, you could make more noise than the other 5 and put you on top of the map.
That's the hope, right?
So if there's people that are listening that are not owners, but they're salespeople, you need to know that if you want to do something, you need to go to your owner. And if he's not into it, if he's not being anything but positive with you, call me. I'll find you another job. I want to make sure that good salespeople are with good companies that are going to get the best out of them. And for owners, most of your salespeople that are good, and I'm not talking about the shitty ones because I'm sure you got some of those. We all did. But listen to the ones that are interested and are on the road, because they see what's out there and they know what's going on. It's so important. I hear so many people, no, I'm going to rephrase that. There are so many companies doing the same thing all the time. All they're doing is fighting for price.
Yep.
Right? I think if you have some options or ideas and creative things to sell them, even if they don't buy those creative things, they'll give you the other business because they want you coming in to talk to them because they're enjoying the conversation.
For sure. I think that's one of the biggest things I would agree with about salespeople. And I laugh all the time because I go to pre-COVID, I would go to every trade show I could possibly get into. And I would take the sales reps, and people like, I don't understand why I would take a salesperson to look at machines. And it's like, because that guy's going to see what it does and he knows what they buy. Like the guy who runs the machine has no damn idea what to do with it. He knows how to run it, but he doesn't know out in the field, oh, I have a customer that would buy that. You know, like that's where, you know, educating salespeople in that way, I think is such an important part of the business.
Well, we are just so agreeing on everything today. I might go get a drink right now and cheer you. But so what I found, and I totally agree with you, when I had my company and I had a whole bunch of salespeople, and they were nice people, but I will tell you that for the most part, they were pretty lame in the sense that they didn't pick up trade magazines to read. They didn't even ask about going to a print show. Unless they were asked, most did not go to trade shows for other industry. And if you want to be in sales, it's all about going. It's all about asking. It's all about educating yourself, if for nothing else, to be able to talk to the customer with some knowledge that you're out there doing, right? All these bloody salespeople who just want to quote, leave me the hell alone, right? It's how do you build relationships on quoting?
You can't.
Right?
You have to educate.
But I've been harping on this for a while. It comes down to the owner of the company because the shit starts flowing at the top. So if the guy at the top is not wanting to take the time or pushing people to get educated, nobody will. And then everybody wakes up one day and says, what just happened? Right? Sure. And I think now, like COVID, I'm listening and we're all talking to people and we're all in a similar situation, right? Things are shit. We've never been in a place like this in the world before. We're going crazy at home, lack of social activity. We're probably zoomed out to some degree. Although I'm kind of liking the Zoom thing. It's pretty cool. Gives you a chance to really talk to people. And I would rather Zoom than talk on the phone, actually, because at least I get some emotion in seeing people's face, or I make a stupid face and they laugh. But now's the time when we really have to step up to the learning and wanting to talk to the customers a little more. So I think it's always been a challenge. Do you have a lot of salespeople in the company?
We don't have a lot. We have a handful, and I think that I'm a big believer in you take on business and you take on people when they're right and you have the right stuff. So prior to this, we have our team is built basically for success. If I am honest about it, I lived in a dog eat dog sales world and I hated it. So we built a team that's built basically to fully function within itself and with each other and to help each other. So every single person on my team would do anything for every customer we have. It doesn't matter if it's my account or your account or his account. They're all our accounts.
Now I'm convinced that we are related, because when I had my sales team, I tried to build a culture with everyone that, yes, you all earn what you earn in sales on your own, but we are a team. And if someone's not here, we're here to pick up the slack. And if it means that you could go with that guy or girl, God always stress that there's both guys, girls, and whatever. But if you can go with them because you're stronger in one area than they are, than you in the area, go help them close it, because pay it forward. They're going to help you on another one. I'm going to help you on it. I don't know where everybody went with the, I don't help anybody.
For sure.
Right.
Yeah, we definitely have that. The complete opposite.
I love it.
Like, I think we all would there's nothing we wouldn't do for each other. And we all celebrate each other's wins. They're all our wins.
Oh my God. I used to like to ring the bell when somebody would come in with an order, and it didn't matter the size of the order, because when the bell went, people just got excited.
Sure.
So it was really, it's what gets you motivated. It's like when you get a good order, get on that phone and keep going. Don't stop and sit back and wait. Too many people sit back and wait. So before we end, because I can go on all day and day, but you probably have things to do. As we go forward, as we're coming out of COVID, do you see anything? Do you feel anything? What's your thoughts?
I mean, I think that, and I've said this for months on end, I think there are going to be winners and I think there are going to be losers. I think there are going to be survivors and I think there are going to be thrivers. And
we're winners, right?
You just have to decide who you're going to be, this isn't deciding for you. You decide for you, outside influence is not going to determine whether I'm successful. I'm going to determine whether I'm successful. So, I think that that's the biggest thing is we're getting close to cutting the corner, we're coming out the other side of it. And now is the time to really you kind of have to buckle down and be like, what do I have to do to make sure that when I come up the other side of this, I am who I want to be on the other side of this, whatever that is for you. I know a business and they purposefully shrunk their business because they decided they could be more profitable with less stress and they could go to Florida and live remote. That's awesome. That's awesome that's who you want to be on the other side of this.
Right.
So I think it's about, being very, very decisive in who do you want to be and what do you have to do to make sure that you can be that person when you come out the other side. For me, I want to be where we were, I want to, how fast can I get my numbers back to where they were, get my entire team where they want to be, and we can all be back into our regularly scheduled hooting and hollering and, yucking it up together. Cause that's what we do. We have fun.
Oh, listen, I think there's a time to be serious. I think you could always have some fun with a good sense of humor and smile while you're doing work. I don't think people have to be mean or obnoxious or super aggressive, but I can't control everybody because you really do get more done quicker when you're nicer. I want to look at all the good that comes from COVID and not the bad, and leave out all the politics and all that nonsense with people. Because you know what, like everything else, fast forward 12, 18 months, we're going to be sitting down and having some bourbon. We're going to be laughing about the experience and the jokes and the shit we were doing on Zoom. And then like human nature, we're going to go about as if nothing ever happened.
No doubt.
But hopefully we'll never forget. So Sheri, I really, really want to thank you. I waited a little while to get you on. You blew me off last week. It's okay. You had stuff to do. No, it's okay. I'm happy you had stuff to do, actually. But just want to thank you, and awesome chat. And I think that you are by far tops the best. You're awesome.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.
All right. Happy holiday. Regard to everyone at the shop, and keep up doing what you're doing. I love it.
All right. Thanks so much.